Greg called Seth Feroce fat. He made fun of him. He says if you don't have your abs, you're fat. If you don't have six-pack, 4% body fat, you are fat. Coach Greg, and in today's video, well, this guy, his name's Seth Feroce, and well, he's fat. Clearly. I mean, look at his physique. The guy clearly needs a diet. The holidays, it didn't treat him so well. And I'm being sarcastic. But what I am trying to tell you is this issue, body dysmorphia, affects way more people than you know. And if you're a bodybuilder chasing aesthetics, trying to get your dream physique, it's almost certainly going to happen to you. That's right, almost certainly going to affect you. Please watch this video, it's important. We're going to go over in details what he's saying, what he needs to do, and how can you get out of it.
I got fat. What's weird about my physique is that if this gets in shape, the rest of me looks fucking wild.
And that's actually not weird at all. For most men, if you have shredded abdominals, you're most likely shredded everywhere. Most men are apple-shaped, and so they carry a lot of visceral fat around their stomachs and abdomen's lower back. And so if you're shredded all around your core, then most likely your legs are also going to be shredded. But look at this guy. Check out this front double bicep. The guy literally looks a couple weeks out from competition. He looks insane, shredded, even has striated glutes. But to Seth, this is him being fat. And so I showed this to Allie, and this is her response.
All right, after seeing Seth Feroce, and she's a judge, what do you think about his body fat percentage?
Definitely not fat at all. I don't know what his percentage is. That's your laser eyes. But he's definitely not fat at all. He could compete within a couple of weeks, probably. He just needs to shave his hairy belly. He'd probably look really, really, really lean.
So Seth, shave the freaking stomach. That's all you need to do. And literally, he had striated glutes, and he's as lean as me. Single-digit body fat, easily.
Looks like a bear preparing for the winter.
Not fat.
Not fat.
Not fat.
And so Seth, shave the hair. Shaving the hair makes you look leaner than last time. And so rather than trying to crash diet, lose all this weight, just try shaving harder than last time. You're still in better shape than 99% of humans on the planet. And I literally wrote 99.9%. This low level of body fat, it's not common. This is exceptionally lean, single-digit body fat with certainty. And so for most people, being this lean, even in their off-season, it's too lean. And so Seth had the alternate title, I'm shredded, and here's how you can get shredded. The comments could have been, wow, oh my goodness, I can't believe you're this lean year round. How do you do it? What's your secret? And YouTubers would have made videos saying, you shouldn't promote being this lean. It's not healthy. Single digit body fat. The only reason you can do that is because you're on HRT, growth hormone, like the Liver King. And so he doesn't think of it like that because body dysmorphia makes you feel fatter than you really are. Does anyone want to debate me that Seth Feroce does not look shredded? Very lean, perhaps too lean to optimize his health. Remember, it's not a competition to see how low your body fat level can go. You need certain levels of body fat just to feel normal. And if you undereat, starve yourself, don't give your body sufficient calories, well, you're not going to feel healthy. You have brain fog, can't sleep as well, you're hangry all the time.
Fat, wide-waisted white guy.
Fat, wide-waisted white guy. And he's literally turning around, flapping the fat on his back. He's got less fat than I do. I'm slightly under 9% body fat, Seth leaner than me. And so where does he see his fat? And if you stand up without flexing, you're not going to see clearly defined shredded abs. I'm extremely lean, and watch what my stomach looks like when I'm not flexing. In comparison, if I blow out all my air, and so if you're a YouTuber posting on Instagram, social media, every time you take a photo, you blow out all your air and you flex for all you got. And you post that photo. And so everyone thinks that that's a normal state, that you're always walking around shredded. I was watching a video of the Liver King the other day. He was walking around pulling a sled, and someone said, oh, look at this. He doesn't even have crazy abs. He was mid-walking, breathing out, and he was criticizing him for not having shredded abs. And so what is it? You have to walk around always flexing your abs 100% just to look normal today? And so do we really have to flex our abs 100% of the time? Always flexing, trying to look our best at every moment in case somebody says, oh, You ain't that good. And so what is the result of all the social media pressure to look thin? Well, body dysmorphia.
This is the worst shape I've been in the past 3.5, 4 years, before I tore my tricep.
And so this is the worst shape he's been in. By that, he means the most amount of body fat that he's been in 3.5 or 4 years. This is his worst shape. It's not his best, his worst. And to make up for that, he kicked his ass 80 minutes of cardio to punish himself. How dare you allow our body fat to go up to 8%? Seth, how dare you? And so he says, well, maybe if I was running a bunch of shit like I did in the old days, a bunch of growth hormone, lots of drugs, maybe I wouldn't have got fat. Like the Liver King. He literally says this. And so Seth used to be a hardcore bodybuilder, very open and transparent about his drug use. And so since that time, he's on doctor-prescribed HRT only. And he's saying, well, you look at what's happening. I'm gaining so much body fat. But it's only because he's comparing himself to his former younger days when he was abusing PEDs. But it's not realistic to think that you can maintain that same physique while only on doctor-prescribed medications. And consider this. He's still on 200 milligrams of test every single week and 4 IUs of GH each and every day. I'm on 140 milligrams of test a week and no GH. And so what you need to understand is no matter how many drugs you're on, it still comes down to calories in, calories out. If he eats more calories than he burns off, he's going to in fact gain weight. That is inevitable.
I'm making this video because I'm going to get in the best shape I've been in over a decade.
He's making this video because he's had enough. He's fed up. He no longer likes the reflection in the mirror. He wants to look the way he did in the past. And so in making this video, he opens up to thousands of people, puts pressure on himself. I need to answer these people. If I promise my fans that I'm going to lose all this weight, get down to 195 or 200 pounds and be shredded, perhaps 5% body fat, then I better do it. I owe it to them because I said so. And so it puts a lot of pressure and or stress in order for him to make up to his promise. Seth does not want to lie to his fans, and he wants to be very open and honest as he's been in the past. And to me, this is not good. This is even more pressure that he does not need. Seth is already stressed out every single day. He says it in his videos. And so adding this extra pressure to look perfect, how is that benefiting him? He does not need to lose a single ounce of fat, and I would argue he'd probably feel better if he added more body fat. Too little body fat, it's not good. And to me, the only reason he's able to be this lean is because he's on testosterone at 200 milligrams and the growth hormone. Imagine if he removed the growth hormone and lowered his HRT dose. What then? He'd go up to 10% body fat? Oh my goodness, that's horrible. How could he survive and function if he were all the way up to 10% body fat? Listen. 15% body fat for most people, that is healthy. And it's not the lower the better. And so if you're watching this video, don't compare yourself and say, well, geez, this guy looks crazy. I could never look like that, even if I took tests, trend, everything. Don't think you need to look like this. The standards for what we consider to be healthy, it's gotten ridiculous. People do not need to be nearly this lean to be healthy.
I'm disgusted with how I look. I'm not happy with myself. I don't feel good about myself when I look in the mirror.
And so is it not abundantly obvious? He hates the way he looks. In my opinion, rather than going on some weight loss challenge, he needs to go get counseling. Talk it out. Talk about why are you so obsessed with being excessively lean? It's not healthy, not required. You don't need to do this. And so does this not remind you of anyone else? For example, Tristan Lee, trying to maintain such a lean physique, but struggling to gain body fat, struggling with the mental, the physical appearance, the reflection you see in the mirror. And so Seth's working 12 plus hours a day. And he says, I'm stress eating. And no, it's not actually stress eating. When your body fat level gets too low, a hunger hormone known as ghrelin increases. Leptin releases to make you feel full, and ghrelin released to make you hungry. When your body fat levels go down, your fat cells, they get diminished. Rather than being, for example, half full, they may only be a quarter full. The less full those fat cells are, the hungrier you're going to get. And so the body is releasing ghrelin and saying, Seth, eat. I don't care what, rice cake, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, jelly beans, eat something. We want you to have more body fat. We are not happy. And so you're thinking, well, I don't want to. But your body wants you. And you might be thinking it's just stress eating, but it's really your body just saying you need to eat. Whenever your body fat goes too low, you're going to get hungrier. And because of that, you're going to want to eat more.
And then I had to make decisions on those days whenever they were 14-hour days, and it's fucking 7, 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like, so do I train or do I go home and see the kids during the holidays?
And so heavens forbid, how dare you, Seth? You work 16 hours straight and you chose to see your family over going to the gym? What's wrong with you? Aren't you a hardcore bodybuilder? Don't you want it more than everyone else? Aren't you the hardest worker in the room? Why are you waking up at 4:30 drinking a Zoa? That's what people think. They think that the harder you work, the better. We don't have balance. Balance is not working 12 to 16 hours a day and focusing on our business. Balance is balance. Working hard, sure, but not too much. Having money, yes. Also, working out, exercising, prioritizing your health, and seeing your family. All of it. You can do it all. And so to me, the one thing you don't need more of is more cardio to get shredded. You're already shredded. And so why would you wake up and do 80 minutes of cardio thinking, oh, look at this guy, look at my fat? No, spend that time with your kids and have balance. Obsessing over getting to 5% body fat and working 12 to 16 hours a day, it's not balance. Counselors, they can help with this. And listen, I'm not making this video to make fun of Seth. He's suffering from body dysmorphia, of which many people do. People, it's okay to open up, to talk about these things. And when you do, somebody could say, hey, I recognize the problem and I think you should go get help.
On YouTube is missing people educating the bodybuilding industry from a layman's standpoint, in simple layman's terms rather than scientific shit that flies over your head.
And I agree with Seth 100%. All too often, people making YouTube videos, trying to educate people, they're just trying to sound smart. It's not like a personal conversation. Hey, I'm talking to you like a normal human being. I'm trying to explain things. How can it be a benefit? What can you do? I want to help your life. Rather than that, people talking about studies using big words of which no one understands. It's like, just level with me. What are you taking? What drugs are you taking? What natural supplements are you taking? What kind of exercise diet should you follow?
Separation in my legs, but I'm fat. So, whenever you see, oh, you know what the back looks like. Probably not going to be good.
Probably not going to be good. No, horrible. I mean, if I look like that, I don't know what I would do. I mean, with strided glutes, cross striations everywhere, not sure how I can handle that life. And I'm being sarcastic. He looks incredible. You know, people will chop up a video and say, Greg called Seth Feroce fat. He made fun of him. He says if you don't have your abs, you're fat. If you don't have six-pack, 4% body fat, you are fat.
How it can affect their decisions, how it can affect you, your relationships with people. Stress is a killer.
Yeah, like the stress of trying to get to 5% body fat and maintain it year-round. I mean, think of it. You're the leanest you've ever been, clearly single-digit body fat, yet it's not enough. And you're stressed out trying to get leaner? It's only going to add to your stress. Why do you want more stress?
I'm not talking about stress like, oh, I'm anxious about, a meeting with work. No, I'm stressed every fucking moment of every single fucking day.
And so is it worth it? I get stressed sometimes too about my company. I'm trying to grow a successful company as well, but I try to have balance. But one thing I don't do is look in the mirror and think, oh, I'm fat. Look how I used to look when I was on stage, shredded, blasting, testing, trend, and so on. I don't think that. And so there's nothing wrong with trying to be better, but there comes a point where too much of a good thing, it's not healthy. And so listen, if you're not already in the shape of Seth Feroce, but you want to get leaner, perhaps you're 20% body fat or more, you no longer want to be obese, you need a boost, GO2 Max. This is the one I highly recommend. It contains an ingredient, NMN, which the FDA most recently banned. And why? Well, the stuff really does work. Randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trials with humans showing it to be extremely effective at not only improving your cardio, but also improving your mood, your overall sense of well-being, feeling less stressed, for example, and it decreases age-related illnesses due to its ability to increase NAD+. Strongly suggest you watch other videos I've made on these in the past. Trust me, this product, absolutely amazing. Can't wait till you get it. Please click the link in the description. Use code Greg, 10% off. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. Watch one of the bloops. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IFB Pro. Also, we have the cookbooks, the training books, the Circle Diet book, coaching plans by me and my team, the phone consults. And until next time, I am out.